Todd left amidst everyone's disappointed gazes, then hid in an abandoned concrete pipe, quietly shedding sad tears, his first taste of heartbreak. At this moment, he found something to care about. Mace had a living heart inside him. Next day, as the Maces slept, a venomous green snake appeared. Nathan, muscular and brave, grabbed a boot and smashed it down. At that moment, Mace understood Todd's intent, realizing tough love was right, strength protects, peace needs muscle too. He sought Todd out and said, "We messed up. We made a mistake. We're really sorry." Meanwhile, Todd gazed at the sky, only to have a spiritual sword from Mace's bed swoosh overhead, bringing in Colonel McComb, here for the unexpected mission of training new recruits in battle skills. He was all set to treat the planet's refugees like hunting toys, aiming for total annihilation, all while McComb wielded heavy artillery just to enjoy the horrific spectacle of the slaughter. Little did he know, on this unremarkable planet, an abandoned veteran king named Todd was watching over it. Todd was no longer the cold-blooded killing machine. This is a genetically enhanced warrior. Who will win? As the battle started, Todd got hit by 2 cannon blasts. Turning back to see Mace lagging behind, he found Mace's calf blasted off. Todd crudely grabbed Mace by the collar and dragged him to safety. They vanished from the enemy's screens in a flash. Todd was hiding close by, applying pressure to Mace's wound. A towering Mech war machine passed them by. Though the bleeding stopped, Mace knew his injuries were serious. He wouldn't last a song, so begged Todd to protect his family. Before Todd returned, he sadly closed his eyes. Todd was heartbroken, that fierce glare returning once more, but the enemies were right at his doorstep. The leaders reassured the crowd, stepped out to chat with soldiers, but realized immediately, peace isn't something you can just tuck your way into. The crowd erupted in chaos, and some armed men decided it was time to fight back. The gunmen fled, they were outmatched. Seeing the enemy's firepower, the heavy-set guy ran. Meanwhile, the recruits, looking for more fun, sent out only 3 to hunt down the remaining 50 unarmed civilians. Blissfully, among 50 civilians hid a beast that could send them to their maker, while Todd's comrades were mere bystanders. The 3 recruits shot at sight, hunting refugees with various weapons. Screams echoed, turning the place into gates of hell scene. Todd suddenly appeared and took one out, watching his former home dissolve into chaos. His heart was heavy. The slaughter continued as another recruit chased a child with a flamethrower. Just as he was about to commit an atrocity, Todd, who had been waiting patiently, sprang into action again, while the last recruit, Wang's son, arrived, unleashing a torrential barrage with a Gatling gun. However, Todd had seen it all before. He creatively dealt with a rookie who only knew how to pull the trigger and sent him home in a box lunch. Meanwhile, reinforcements wondered about the current situation. Todd grabbed the communicator and let out the low growl, leaving the bear team momentarily confused. Was that a beast? Colonel McComb noticed, initially puzzled, then realizing it was a challenge. Who'd think mere militiamen could threaten? They took out his trained recruits, prompting a suggestion for full mobilization. After seeing the malicious prowess, McComb grew cautious. Concerned they might employ more tricks, Old White chimed in, "Let's level this place with every heavy weapon we've got." McComb took Old White's bad advice. In the valley, civilians suffered heavy casualties, sadness everywhere. At this moment, Nathan approached Todd, gazing firmly, hoping for revenge. Todd silently polished his weapons. Soon, Lisa saw from his gaze Mace was dead. Looking at the widow and orphan, Todd grew more resolute in seeking revenge. He skillfully painted and geared up to face 17 fiercer genetically enhanced warriors. Lisa gazed at him with concern, worried that Todd might not come back. "Speak up, King Todd," she exclaimed as he prepared to storm off, fury boiling over and his face flushing red. Alone, facing 17 genetically modified super soldiers, he chose this moment for the cover of darkness. He used complex terrain, while recruits, unaware of Todd, excitedly fired heavy arms. They were ready to turn this place to rubble, but the next second, Todd quickly sent 2 of them packing. The Met recruits realized they were attacked, and word spread to Colonel McComb, who saw it as a lively hunt. Unexpectedly, things spiraled out of control. The 2 Met tanks shifted tactics, splitting to corner the remaining refugees. This was familiar territory. A lone recruit peered over a dead-end street, still clueless about what awaited. Before he could grasp what monster lurked below, Todd yanked him down into the abyss, and his screams echoed across the ears of the others. Their excitement flipped to terror. Who was blocking their path? To search every nook and cranny, they began firing flares. However, for a battle-hardened warrior like Todd, it was all in vain. After taking out 1 recruit, Todd promptly submerged, and the remaining 2 recruits, to prevent surprises, blasted flames to clear the path. Just when each group was reporting safety and relaxing their guard, Todd sprang out from the water, wildly unleashing a hail of bullets from the 2 recruits before him barely registered before going down, having lost 4 of their own. The remaining recruits began concentrating their search for the elusive target, while 2 other recruits on a high point were also taken down. Gunfire came from the side, taking down another recruit, while the remaining troops blasted away at the distant firing point. During their charge, yet another soldier went down. When they finally arrived, they discovered it was a cleverly set trap. From another side, Todd decisively detonated a bomb, and after the smoke cleared, Todd tied himself with ropes as opponents searched for targets in swelling winds. They were blissfully ignorant of the raging environment on this planet, and by the time they realized, it was too late. An entire squad of soldiers had vanished. Colonel McComb's blood pressure soared, while Old White gleefully watched, lecturing him on proud recruits now in trouble.